Hi friends, this is Gani. In this video, I am going to explain you how to design this type of structure, multi-gable structure in Tekla Structural Designer, just like this. Okay, before going to explain you how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer, for more Tekla Structural Designer related videos, please go to my channel youtube.com/GaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find out so many Tekla Structural Designer related videos. I hope these videos might be helpful to you, and at the top right corner, please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when uploading new videos. So please click on subscribe. Okay, let's start. Before going to explain you how to design this type of structure, I'm going to take a new file. So go to home, click on new, click on this home tab and click on this model setting. Currently I'm using UK design code. As per your code, you can select this as per your country and design code. You can select from this list. Okay, currently I'm using UK design code, so click on OK. Now click on this model tab and select this option, construction levels, and change the type TOS, top of steel, and insert above. Now we're going to take the eave level at 4 meters from the ground level, and we're going to rename it as a eave. It's not a floor, so remove it, tick mark, and insert above. And we have 1 meter from eave level to ridge level, so enter here and rename it ridge. Then click on OK. Okay, now we're going to create the rectangular wizard grids. So click on here and select this rectangular wizard and click on next, 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 and we have the 4 base with 6 meters, and click on next. In the y direction, we have 2 base with 5 meters spacing. Then click on next, next, and click on finish. Okay, now click on this structural 3D view, and now we're going to create the frame along grid A. So click on here frame and click on here on along grid A. Click on escape to exit the command. Now click on here structure and click on here the frame and double click on this frame A. You will get the frame A view like this. Okay, now click on this base level. Now we're going to create the column, so click on this column icon and our top level of the column up to eave level, so select this option and scroll it down. Now we're going to take the section UKC advanced, so select this advanced UKC and let's take this option, then click on select. Now we're going to change the design section order also UKC, so click on here new and scroll it down and select this UKC column, click on select. Now drag to select at a column at each and every gradient section point like this, then click on escape to exit the command. Now go to structural 3D, you'll get like this. You can see, use the mouse right key, mouse right button to rotate like this. Okay, now we're going to place the rafters here, so select this option frame A 2D view. Now select this beam and scroll it down, and under the section we're going to take advanced UKB. So select this advanced UKB, let's take 203 by 30, then click on select, and we're going to change the design section order also UKB, so click on new and scroll it down and select this UKB beam, click on select. Okay, before going to place the beams, we need to create the reference line at here, so click on escape to exit the command. Now click on here and select this parallel quick option, then select this grid and place the cursor in this side. Don't click on it, just place the cursor and use the functional key F2 and enter here 2.5 meter, then click on enter on your keyboard and place like this and enter 7.5. click on escape. Now we're going to take once again, click on here and select this grid and place the cursor in this side, then use the functional key F2 on your keyboard, then enter 2.5, then click on enter on your keyboard, click on escape to exit the command. Now we have the reference lines here. Now you can create the rafters very easily, so click on escape to exit the command. Now select this beam and scroll it down. Now we're going to take UKB and design section order also UKB. Now place the first point here and pick the second point at here. Do the same procedure, pick the first point and second point, and pick the first point and second point, and pick this first point and second point to place the rafters like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Now go to 3D view. You can see you will get like this. Now hold the control button and select these rafters like this. Now right click on mouse, copy, and pick the reference node at here, and pick the second node to place the new position to place the rafters like this. Now click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to create the pipe strut set here. So select this beam and scroll it down. Now we're going to take rectangular hollow section here. So click on new, scroll it down and select this rectangular hollow section. Let's take 60, 40 by 2.5. Then click on select. Now we're going to change the design section order also. Click on new and select, scroll it up, and let's take this RHS hollow. Click on select and pick the first point here, and pick the second point to place the rectangular hollow section like this. Do the same procedure, pick the first point and second point to place here, and pick the first point and second point to place at here at eave level and as well as at ridge level like this. Okay, click on escape to exit the command. Now scroll it like this and drag to select this. Better to rotate like this, then drag and select the all pipe struts like this. Now we're going to copy these pipes in the remaining base. So right click on mouse, copy, and pick the first point and pick the second point to place like this. Do the same procedure to place at each and every bay. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to place the bracings in the sidewall and roof. So click on here and select this X brace and pick the first point and second, and pick the third and fourth point to create the bracing like this. Do the same procedure, pick the first point and second point and third and fourth point. Click on escape it. Now click on here and select this X bracing and pick the first point and second, third and fourth point to place the bracings. Do the same procedure, pick the first point and second point, third and fourth point. Click on rotate like this. Now do the same procedure to place edge at each direction of the bracings in the bay. Use the right mouse button for rotation, then place like this. Click on escape it to make sure all sidewall and roof bracings are created. Now hold the control button and select the bracings. Now we're going to copy these bracings on other side of the building. Okay, now we have selected all bracings. Now right click on mouse, copy, and pick the first point at here and pick the second point at this location to place the bracings in this bay. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we have the bracings on roof and side wall of this building like this. Okay, now we're going to create the roof panel. So click on here to select this roof panel and pick the first point and pick the second and third and fourth point and pick the initial point to create the panel like this. Okay, do the same procedure, just rotate it and pick the first and second and third and fourth and pick the initial point to create the panel. These panels are created for the applying the load on the roof, so we need to create these roof panels. So pick the first point and second, third and fourth and pick the initial point to create the panel. Click on escape to exit the command. Okay, our modeling has been completed. Now we're going to save this file. So click on this home and select this save. Now we're going to give the name as a THD31 steel model, then click on save it. Okay, our model has been saved. Now we're going to create the load cases. So click on this load and select this load cases Now we have the dead load, and second one is the roof imposed load. So select this option and click on here and rename it as a roof imposed, and you need to change the type also, roof imposed. Similar like that, you can apply for the snow load. Just name it as a click on add for the new one and name it as a snow load, and click on here and select the snow. Okay, now we have only dead load and roof imposed load. So imposed load we're going to delete. Select it and click on here for delete, then click on OK. Okay, now we're going to create the combination load. So click on here. Before the combination, we're going to apply the loads. So click on here and select this dead and click on here area load, and we're going to take the dead load for this structure is 0.6 kilonewton per square meter, and click on here on each panel to apply the load on this building. Click on escape to exit the command. Now click on here and select this roof imposed load, and click on here to select the area load, and now we're going to change this as a projected load, and load value is the 0.9 kilonewton per square meter on this structure. So just type here 0.9 kilonewton per square meter and click on here to apply the load on these panels. Then click on escape to exit the command. And now we're going to create the combination load. So click on here for the combination and click on here to generate. If you want to create manually, you can click on here to add and you can create manually. Currently we're using the automatic load combination, so click on here for generate, and we're not going to consider this option, so remove this tick mark, then click on next, and select these options, then click on finish, then click on OK. Okay, our loading also completed. Now we're going to design. So before going to design, we're going to save this file. So go to home and click on save. You can use also save as, click on save as, and rename it as a steel loading, then click on save. Now we're going to do design. So before going to design, we're going to check the validation. So click on here model and click on here for validate. Okay, under validation model geometry, this tick mark, green tick mark indicates the validate this model. There is no issue with the model. So now I'm going to create the design. So click on here the show process and click on here design and select this steel design steel static. Okay, now design processing is on the way. Okay, now our design process has been completed. Now close it, and now click on here and select none. Okay, currently we have issue with the starts. Okay, now we're going to click on here, and you can see we have under design we have the problem with the sway also. So to rectify this design warning, we need to change the supports of this column. So scroll it down like this and drag and select all supports. Now click on here and select this support option. Now currently we have the pin support, so now we're going to change into the fixed support. So click on here and select here fixed, and my also we need to make it as a fixed. Okay, now we're going to redesign once again. Go to design and click on design steel static. Okay, click on escape. You can see still we have the design issue here with the two members. So we're going to change the column sizes to rectify this problem also. You can check here where it is a problem. Double click on this option. You can see now we have the problem with this column, and double click on here with this column. So we're going to change the column size to rectify this problem. So click on here review and click on here the section, and click on here and change it into the column. Okay, currently we're going to take the column size 254. So click on here under the mode option, select the copy and select this property of this column. Now we're going to apply this property to the remaining all columns. So drag and select the columns to apply the same property to the remaining columns. Then click on escape to exit the command. Now go to design and click on this design style to run the design of this structure. You can see now there is no issue with the sway of this structure. Okay, all columns and rafters and braces are qualified. We have issue with this one bray. So before that we are going to change the column size. Still we have the ratio of this column 0.5. You can reduce the column size. Okay, now select this column. Now scroll it down and we are going to click on new. Let's take 250, 203 by 52. Then click on select. Now go to review and select this section. Okay, we're going to apply this column size. So click on here and select the column. We're going to apply this column size to the remaining columns. So select this column. To make sure under mode option it should be copy. Then drag and select the entire structure to apply the same column size to the remaining columns. Now click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to check the rafter sizes also once again. So click on here and select the beam. Okay, all rafters are with the same size. You can see 203 133 by 25. So there is no issue with it. Now we're going to change the size of this pipe strut. So we're going to apply the same size. So we're going to apply this size to remaining all struts. So just rotate like this and drag and select entire bay to apply the same property of the struts like this. Then click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to redesign it once again. So click on this design and select this design still static. Okay, now we have the issue with this member failed bracing. So just place the cursor on it and use the down arrow on your keyboard. Now you can see the static failed at the rate 1.134. So click on enter on your keyboard to select this brace. So right click on mouse. So click on here design member, click on static. Okay, it's qualified pass with this size. So click on close, click on escape to exit the command. So now go to review and select this section and click on here and select at this time brace. So we have the different types of sizes in this entire structure. We're going to apply the same size for a whole structure. For example, let's take this size 76.1 by 3.2. So select it. Now we're going to apply the same size to the entire structure. So drag and select the entire structure to apply the same size to the remaining bases. Click on escape to exit the command. Now go to the design and click on here design still static. Okay, you can see now there is no issue with the bases also like this. Okay, all structural members are passed. There is no issue with the design. Okay, now we're going to check the deflection and moment forces like that. So click on this structural 3D, then right click on mouse, then select here result view. Now we're going to check the axial forces. So click on here the axial force. At this time we need to change here the design. Let's take dead load. You can see this is the axial force. You can check the axial force along with the text. So click on here forces. You can see now we have the force diagram with along with the text like this. Okay, now we're going to check the shear measure. This is the shear measure of the structure, shear forces. Now you can check the moment force also like this. Okay, you can check the deflection also. Then click on this deflection along with the text. Click on here the deflection. You will get the deflection along with the text like this. You can increase the deflection, maximize and decrease the like this with this option. Okay, if you don't require the along with the text, just click on here to remove the deflection text here like this. Okay, to make sure with the deflection values for this structure. Okay, now we're going to create the report. So click on here, report. Now click on here, right click on mouse, use the structural review like this. Now we're going to create the report. So click on here, report, and click on here, and let's take material list, then click on show report. Okay, total structure of this building, we have 6.7 tons, 6798.3 kgs, like this. You can export into the Excel format also. Just click on here to export the Excel and PDF and Word format. Okay, close it. Okay, you can create the general arrangement drawings also. Just click on here, draw, and click on here, drawing and management, then click on add, then click on here, content, and just click on it and drag this side. Just select it, drag it in this box like this, then click on OK. Now click on here, view drawings. Now we're going to take the scale up to 1:225, then click on OK to create the drawings. Now the DXF files will be generated for the general arrangement drawings of this structure. You can see you can create design drawings like this in the AutoCAD for DXF format for this structure like this. Okay, that's it. You can create remaining reports also. Just go to the reports and click on here, and you can take the design, building design, and for foundation reactions and remaining reports from this list. Just select this report. For example, take the foundation reaction and click on show report. You can see we have the foundation reactions like this. Okay, that's it about how to design this type of structure in Tekla Structural Designer. If you like this video, please like it and share it. If you have any doubts, please comment below. For more Tekla Structural Design related videos, please go to my channel, youtube.com/GaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find out so many Tekla Structural Designer related videos. I hope these videos might be helpful to you. And at the top right corner, please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when I upload a new video. So please click on subscribe. Okay, thank you.